Now that we've, spoken about Logan Paul, what about Roman Reigns? Where does he go coming out of this match now, right? He's held the title for over 2 years. It seems like, he might be facing The Rock at WrestleMania, but where does he go from here? Kobe Galanzowski.
Put me on the spotlight. There we go. Where does Roman go? And I think Roman goes wherever he needs to go. Like, I would have eventually, like I said during our watch along, I said, if Lashley goes over Brock, that's what's next. But at the end of the day, the numbers are as slim as he can go. Like, he's not going to go in a feud with Shinsuke. I mean, he could go in a feud with Shinsuke Nakamura at the end of the day. Like, I don't know what's next because the numbers are already low. We can assume that because of Elimination Chamber being in Montreal, I assume that's where we're going to get Roman Sammy if we get Roman Sammy. And I'd love to see Sammy go out of that as champ, but that is what it is.
Anthony Ricciardi.
I think ultimately Roman's going to drop that title to either Cody, waiting for his return, or based on just the crowd reaction, possibly Sami Zayn, which I'll be perfectly honest, I'd be okay with either guy dethroning him, because when you have a long reign like Roman has, whoever beats you, it needs to make sense. It needs to make the person. It shouldn't be done just for a pop. It should make somebody. And, Cody has the history that wants to be the world champion because Dusty never held the WWF world title. So he wants that. Sammy has been doing the best work of his entire career. So does he deserve it? I would definitely give Sami Zayn a world title shot. The world title reign, rather. So I think that's where it's going. And I think Roman's going to probably take a break after it. I don't think the match with The Rock needs the title to be involved, because I think it creates more problems. If Roman beats The Rock, you're going, okay, well, who's going to beat him then? So I don't know. To me, I think the logical choices would either be Cody or Sammy at this point.
So,
apologies to the viewers. I put the glasses on because the room is spinning right now and I got to focus. I got to rebuttal. I got to bring the information to the viewers. I don't think Sammy should be the one to challenge in Montreal. It should be Kevin Owens. We get Kevin Owens and Rowan. They're doing a match, right? Maybe right after Elimination Chamber, but keep it in Montreal for the crowd reaction because this is important. Roman's beating on Kevin, and Kevin is the face now, shouts to Sammy, Sammy, we were friends, we were brothers in alliance, help me here. And Sammy's torn. But he shows a slight hesitation towards Kevin, and that's when Roman's like, no, we got to snuff that out right now. Boom, hits Sammy. Sammy's down, and he leaves Montreal, and then Sammy and Kevin embrace, have a nice thing. Sammy, goes with Kevin, and then at WrestleMania, we get the Usos versus Sammy and Kevin Owens for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships, which Sammy and Kevin Owens win. That should be the way it goes. I do not believe the New Day should win on this upcoming Friday's episode of SmackDown. The New Day are bland, in my opinion. They've been done to death. It's been Usos, New Day all the time. How many times have we seen this thing before? It's like back and forth. It's like Romeo and Juliet. There's going to be in every adaptation every single year. It's done to death. Let it go. Let's do new things.
Clark Taylor.
I am so happy it got to me, because at first I was going to say, I think it's going to be The Rock. I think it's going to be Sami Zayn. But you guys took all those good ones. I have another idea. It's going to be Jey Uso that takes the title, and they're going to make Jey Uso out of this. The right-hand man, not any longer. How about just the man? And then you have Jay Jimmy. You have all of that on the docket, and you can still get Roman Rock out of it. You can still get Sammy's involvement in all of it. You can still do Cody later. You can split the belts. You have all these choices. I like Jey Uso as my guy to do it. And then from there, maybe a Sammy rivalry. That would be my call.
Anthony Ricciardi.
Yeah, it's funny, Clark, that you did mention Jay, because after I finished, I thought about Jay. And I think long-term storytelling-wise, that may work as well, because you can bring up the fact that when Roman first came back, they feuded. So long-term wise, yeah, I think Jay is definitely a possibility to be a believable person to end the streak. And you can obviously bring in the Sammy stuff. There's a number of things you can do with any of the three people that we've mentioned, Cody, Sammy, or Jay,
No doubt.
to make it believable and it to mean something, which when you have a long reign like this, that's what it's supposed to do.
It's
supposed
got to be so meaningful when they take it. I agree with you. Yeah.
It's supposed to make somebody. You don't end an 800+ day reign as champion, or possibly 1,000 if Roman goes that long. Just to pop the crowd for a one-off. It needs to mean something, and you need to have a direction for whoever beats them. It can't just be that moment and that moment alone. You got to have a plan on how that guy's going to progress with the title.
So,
apologies, I will mention before, I believe Cody Rhodes should take the title off Roman. Lead to a great babyface run, good storyline. I think it will be great, lead to the eventual downfall of the bloodline. But if Jey Uso gets the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship, I believe it will lead to the worst possible championship run in company history. Why? He's not a guy, he's a tag team guy. He's not going to break away and be the marquee guy on posters that's going to draw in tickets and viewers and TV viewers. No, it's going to be dull. It'll be boring. It'll be Jey Uso doing stuff maybe against Randy Orton and other baby faces. But I mean, I don't think so. I think it's a bad idea. Do not put the championship on Jey Uso. No, just don't.
Does anybody have a response to that?
I could respond to it, but I mean, look, I hear you, but I also think at the same time, me and Soul are a little bit, we're kindred spirits on this. I don't necessarily think that Jay would be my first pick, and that I just made that suggestion, but I will say this. I do think if you build Jey Uso and Roman right, that could be an electric storyline. And I don't know if Soul has thought about that.